Hey guys, Fred and Sheila McCoy, Hatfield McCoy Museum, FredMcCoy.com. Sheila's behind the camera.
Hi guys, hope you're having a great day.
Guys, we were in Pike County a week and a half ago or so, and met the big tour bus pulling in at the pre-Francis cabin, my great-great-grandfather's replica cabin. Yeah. You'll notice on all these programs and all this and that, they say this is pre-Francis. That's not pre-Francis cabin. That's a replica cabin that's been built. Pre-Francis cabin fell in years ago when I was in high school. But seen this big tour bus, and we parked off from Washington. I mean, many people unloading, just kept unloading. And I'm just wondering, I seen Bob Scott, and I'm just wondering what kind of history lesson that these people are getting, because I've heard Bob say before that Randall McCoy had come to the family's house and he had run off into the woods or took off a run or something. That's not what the records show. It's not what family history shows. That's not what newspapers shown of that time, and that's not what Cotton Top with a bullet in his arm, Tom Chambers shot, Johnsey shot. That's not what the history shows. Randall McCoy and Calvin shot 3 people, at least 3. Said Cap even had a couple of buckshot in his, but his coat was so thick they didn't go through real bad.
Okay.
Just wondering what kind of history these people get. What kind of history lesson are they listening to? And I ordered this disc here from Pike County Tourism a while back, and I've just started going through it. I'm on the first track, just a couple of minutes into it. Mm-hmm. And Sheila's going to stop here and she'll play that, and then we'll join back in.
During the Civil War, Randolph McCoy was in the Confederate Army until 1863, and some accounts maintain that he spent the last years of the conflict as a prisoner of war. There is no official record researched of Randolph McCoy ever being enlisted in the Confederate or Union Army. Upon leaving Confederate service, Devil Anse headed a guerrilla unit, which operated in Logan and other bordering counties of West Virginia and Pike County, Kentucky.
Now guys, by now you should have heard one snidbit of that CD that you can order from Pike County Tourism that's telling you the history of Randall McCoy, history of the Hatfield McCoy feud, of history of the events and what their history was as far as the men. And they're talking about Randall McCoy. Now, Randall McCoy was from Kentucky. Randall McCoy was from Blackberry Fork. Family lived on Blackberry Fork, Blackberry Creek, where I was born and raised. Went to school. This is Pike County, Kentucky Tourism. Now they say that it's been written in many books that Randall McCoy had served either in the Confederacy or the Union. But due to their research, now I don't know who this gentleman is narrating it, but he got that from somebody, and they're selling it as their history. And he says that there's no evidence ever been produced that Randall McCoy served on either side, Union or Confederate. Guys, right up here there's Randall McCoy's oath of allegiance when he was released as a POW, where he signed the oath of allegiance. Also shows he was 6 foot tall. And then if you'll go down here, thank you, baby. If you go down here, here's where he was taken prisoner of war. September the 1st, 1863, and July the 7th is when he was captured, or at least that's when he was turned into Camp Douglas, Illinois. And then Uriah, that's my great-great-grandfather. There's Uriah's papers where he was prisoner of war also. Again, those that wasn't killed that day when Devil Anse Hatfield deserted, those that wasn't killed were taken POW.
Right.
And then people don't understand why Randall McCoy or Uriah McCoy and people like that spent the next 2 years in POW camp felt hard at them. But let's don't get on that. I've covered that.
Right.
Let's talk about this CD in here. It says that there's no evidence that he served one way or the other. Here's in mine and Paul Hatfield and Sheila's book, Righting Wrongs, where there's Uriah McCoy, page 145, where he served in the 45th. Next page, here's Uriah McCoy, and here's Randall McCoy, 45th.
Yeah.
You know, over through here, this is Lisa Alter. Alter says there's no evidence exists to prove Randall McCoy was in prison or even in anyone's army, Confederate or Union. And again, there's prisoner of war, there's the muster roll, and there's the emancipation and his discharge as a POW from Camp Douglas, Illinois. I don't know why people says there's no evidence, because there's all kinds of Civil War evidence out there. You know, and it goes on. My point here was going to be to stop it right there, where it says there's no evidence Randall served Confederate or Union. But I let it play just a little bit longer, Sheila did.
Yeah.
And it says, however, Devil Lance on the other side, when he left the Army, he formed what was known as the Logan Wildcats, a guerrilla group.
Guerrilla, yeah.
Really? When he left the Army? When he left? How about saying when he deserted? That's why these guys were taking POWs. That's why everybody was killed in that unit. Because he didn't only leave, but he took a bunch of men with him. All it takes is one instigator. Hey guys, I'm leaving. Who wants to go? Hell yeah, I'll come. And here they go. I don't know. I don't know how you correct this stuff when you got the Pike County Tourism, the home state, the home county of poor old Randall McCoy. You know, it's funny, they'll run these bus routes. Randall McCoy's house, Randall McCoy run into the woods, Randall McCoy's Preacher Ance's home place, Blackberry Creek, where they've got a little monument up of Devil Ants. And you want to charge people to go on these bus tours to tell them the history, and then you want to dog the very people that had half of his family killed, his house burnt, had to move to Pikeville to get away from that nonsense, instead of the justice system coming to his rescue. It's so sad that Pike County Tourism can't wake up, and they're more concerned about money, making a dollar, putting somebody on that bus and riding them around, telling them anything they want to tell them. This is the same bus that gets on there before and told the reporter about Hubert Bay McCoy and the story that had been told to them, instead of doing their research and finding out that Hubert McCoy never shot nobody. He was shot in the back of the head by Alan Hatfield. But they didn't research that. They just told that on their bus tour. And that's what people goes away with in their mind thinking. There's going to be more of this CD. This is just the first one. Wow. But this CD, I think I gave $20. You can order it online. It's $20, and you're getting nothing but fake history. And again, when people get things from Pike County Tourism or any tourism, it's not just Pike County, any tourism or historical society, and it's like watching the History Channel and you're thinking, oh, this is a History Channel, it's got to be true. No, it's not. And the sad thing is that Pike County Tourism is right there in Pikeville, Kentucky, where they could do the history, they could do the research, they can find these records. Sheila and I did. Yeah. Many people's found them. It's the ones that don't want to show them. It's the ones that want to make Devil Lance out to be this big character, this big hero, a deserter. Here's Devil Lance. You've seen it before. He's not a captain. He was a private. And here he is, desertion. This record was 1864, and he had been deserted since February 1863. Right. Deserted since February, absent since February 63, and this was in June of 64 when they was doing an updating their records. And of course I get aggravated. Of course when I hear that stuff, and then I see these bus tours where we can't get it out there fast enough. We can't get enough views. There's nobody wanting to see the truth. It's always like that.
Fiction sells better.
Fiction sells better than truth, and that's what they're selling. Yeah. And it's so sad because they could actually sell the truth, and it would be so much more interesting. Yeah. Let West Virginia promote that deserter. Let West Virginia promote the villain, the bushwhacker. Randall McCoy was from Kentucky. Randall McCoy actually served. Randall McCoy was actually a POW. He stayed and fought that day. He didn't want no more to be killed than there already was when that bunch left. But for some reason, Sheila will do the closing on this video.
Hi guys, hope you're having a great day. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.